Hey everybody, welcome to Watches with Dennis, and today I wanted to talk to you about my MING x Massena Lab 1709 collaboration watch, which I received last week, but unfortunately has already failed. And the failure is on the hour hand. I do want to open with that Massena Lab's communication has been great. They reached out to me right away after I reported detecting an issue with the watch. And I wanted to go ahead and put together a video just really so others know what to watch for regarding this movement and how this watch is. I'd seen discussion about issues before I'd actually received my watch on the Watch You Seek forum. So it sounded like there were a few other people that had an issue. When Massena Lab reached out to me on Friday, they had informed me that I was the fourth person to contact them. And this is out of a run of 200 watches. So if that holds steady, that would only be a 2% failure rate, which isn't bad. But I know a lot of people are concerned because MING is making more 1709 watches, coming out later this year and I believe into next year. And so a lot of people, when they hear about this, got a little spooked about if there's going to be mechanical problems or not. So I thought I'd go ahead and put a video out just regarding what my experience has been with the issue of the watch so people know what to look for. I've already shared the relevant failure videos with Massena Lab. I did also reach out to MING, and they responded to me to keep working with Massena Lab, that Massena was keeping them informed. So it sounds like the communication's all there. Everything's flowing as I would expect it to. But the first video that I provided to them was regarding when I had the watch in what they consider position 3. So this would be the general time setting. Now, the watch has 3 positions. So in position 1, you can wind it. Position 2 is the GMT function where you can jump the hour ahead. And I have video up right now so you can see how it's 1 hour every click over that you have with the watch. And my understanding is that this is something that they had modified for their movement. I believe the base model, the Sleeta 330-2, I think is a normal GMT function where it's 24 hours around the dial. So you would normally have 24 clicks to completely go around, not 12. So I think that's one of the big change-ups that you would see. And of course, a lot of the speculation is, given that the hour hand is riding on this GMT function on this watch, is that the aspect that's failing? Because the problem is the hour hand is not staying in sync with the minute hand. So let's go ahead and go through the video where I'm in position 3, which is the normal time setting mode where we would be advancing the minutes. And you can see very quickly that the issue with the hour hand manifests. Okay, so you see I started this watch at essentially noon or midnight, and it is in sync, and I'm trying to set the time. As I'm going around, here at about 2, and then you're noticing the hour hand starting to fall behind a little bit. And here we go at about 6, and now it's notably behind schedule here on the watch. What I did find, though, is if I moved slowly, I could actually move the minute hand and not move the hour hand, at least when I was going backwards in time. Because you see, we've gone around 12 hours now. And here we are. It's going to be a little bit after 12:10 to get it centered. Okay, so after I sent that video over to Massena Lab, I later had a conversation with them, and they had asked about, I guess I was probably the first person, was my impression, who actually gave them footage clearly showing what the problem was. And so there was a question of if I would be willing to wear the watch over the weekend to see if the same issue happens when it's in position 1 and you're just wearing it around, it's in timekeeping mode. So I said, sure, that would be fine with me. And early on, I noticed that it seemed that the hour hand was not staying in sync like it should. So what I ended up doing is putting the watch down somewhere and getting out a camera and just shooting lots of footage. I think I had over 13 hours of footage of the watch just running through time. And so I trimmed all that down because actually in the first hour of the record, you could see the issue. So I'm going to drop that video in now so you all can see how the hour hand behaves in a time lapse over a 1 hour period. Okay, so in this time lapse video, I've started it at 8 o'clock. You see it's centered. And the speed's going to move up here. And keep an eye on the hour hand at the 8 o'clock position and how it behaves. So far it looks okay. And notice here, just before, around the 15 after mark, the hour hand had stopped moving. And you can see as it's gone along here, sometimes it's moved and sometimes it's stopped. Stopped again about 40 minutes past. And resumed again about a quarter till. And checking the timestamps on the video, the minute hand is okay. It is now 60 minutes past when I started the video, so it should be 9 o'clock. The minute hand's fine. The hour hand is still notably behind now, though, whereas it was not behind at the 8 o'clock position. So we're going to speed it up again. And at approximately 9:14 is when the hour hand finally reaches where it should have been at 9 o'clock. So that's pretty much it. I already had the confirmation that I have a repair ticket in, and probably somewhere between 2 or 3 weeks I'll be given the materials to send it back once the factory is back from holiday, because I can't get it repaired right now because they're all out. So, obviously I'm not wearing the watch at this point because with the hour hand slipping, it would just frustrate me to no end. Hopefully this isn't a big issue either, that it stays low in terms of the percentage of people that are impacted, but I think more critically to most people, given that this wasn't a particularly large run number, but there are a lot more 1709s coming, that if it's something that they can get figured out and sorted through, so those who have ordered those additional MING-only 1709 watches won't have the same issue that I ran into. But that's it. Hope you all found the video helpful, and I hope you all have a great week. Take care, everybody.